Today our topic is exemption from PLT in Australia. Let's check out. Practical legal training is not about learning more law. You have already done that in your degree. PLT is where you learn how to work as a lawyer day to day. Things like interviewing clients, writing affidavits, advocacy and ethics. It's compulsory because without it, you can't apply for admission. Think of admission pathway as 3 big steps. Step 1 is the academic assessment. If you are an overseas graduate, the admitting authority tells you what subjects you must complete. Step 2 is PLT, and this is where exemption comes in. If you believe you have already done equivalent supervised training overseas or have recent substantial legal practice, you apply for exemption at the PLT stage. Then comes step 3. Step 3 is applying for admission in the Supreme Court of your state. Only apply for exemption once you have finished your academic assessment. Don't enroll in PLT and then ask later. The exemption request must be lodged first through your admitting authority. That way, they can tell you whether you still need to do PLT or if you only need part of it. Universities and PLT providers don't decide exemptions. The admitting authority in your state makes that decision. For example, in Victoria, it's the Victorian Legal Admissions Board, and in New South Wales, it's the Legal Profession Admissions Board. So, have a look into that properly. You will need strong evidence. That means transcripts of any training programs, detailed letters from employers, and proof of the legal work you have done. The admitting authority compares this to the Australian PLT competencies. If your experience is equal, then exemption might be granted. In reality, a full exemption is extremely rare. More often, you might get a partial exemption, which means you don't need to repeat certain parts, but you may still need to complete the workplace experience component or some modules. The admitting authority will set this out clearly. Therefore, remember, the exemption application is part of step 2. It comes only after your academic assessment and before your start of PLT. Don't assume, don't jump ahead. Always follow the instructions from your state's admitting authority. To finish up, PLT is essential for admission and exemptions are possible, but only in rare cases. The key is knowing when to apply after academic assessment but before starting PLT. Now, thank you for watching, and I hope this clears up where PLT exemptions fit in your pathway to admissions. Good luck.